Imagine a single plant that could produce 100 tons per acre every year for 20 consecutive years, without a single drop of chemical fertilizer, without irrigation, and without ever having to replant it. A plant that completely decomposes and turns into fertilizer in just 48 hours, while others take weeks. In the 1960s, experiments in England proved that these figures were real, and that this plant did things biologically impossible. Yet, by 2001, this plant had completely disappeared from the market. Today, the fertilizer industry earns $230 billion annually, selling you something this plant provides for free. Welcome to the Lost Vault, and this is the Comfrey plant. The story begins in 1845 with a man named Henry Doubleday. This man witnessed firsthand 1 million people dying in the Irish potato famine, and this scene changed his life. He was looking for a way to make glue for stamps, so he sent to get a specific plant from Russia, but fate intervened. The plants that reached him were not original. They were a hybrid that happened by chance. A hybrid that possessed terrifying genetic power. Doubleday abandoned the glue industry and dedicated 30 years of his life to studying this plant in order to save the world from famine. But unfortunately, after his death, his family burned all his research, and the secret of the 100 tons was lost in the ashes. The world forgot about convolvulus and focused on the Industrial Revolution until a researcher named Lawrence Hills appeared in 1948. Lawrence decided to continue what Doubleday had started, and he was able to develop the legendary strain known as Bocking 14. This strain was a miracle. First, it was sterile, meaning it didn't produce seeds and didn't turn into a weed. Second, it was disease-resistant. Third, and most importantly, Lawrence refused to patent it and began distributing the plant's roots by mail for free to anyone in the world, from Africa to America. Why were companies afraid of it? The secret is all underground. Convolval roots go down to a depth of 10 feet, 3 meters, literally working like a biological mining drill. They pull potassium and phosphorus from deep soils that no other crop can reach and store them in the leaves. Analyses have proven that convolval leaves have a much higher potassium content than manure. And the strangest thing, because of its low fiber content, as soon as you cut it and throw it away, bacteria devour it in just 2 days, and it turns into instant fertilizer. You plant it once, and it works as a free fertilizer factory in your land for 20 years. You know, if every farmer planted convolval, fertilizer sales would collapse. That's why what happened in 2001 was perfectly timed. The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, issued a warning that convolval causes liver problems. And that's true, but only if you eat it as a dietary supplement. But the headlines didn't explain the difference. Nurseries saw the word toxic and immediately pulled the plant from the market. Nobody explained to people that using it as a soil fertilizer is 100% safe, and that microbes break down any harmful substances in it quickly. And that's how they succeeded in removing this plant from the market in just 5 years. Convolvulus has disappeared from shelves, but it still lives on in the gardens of those who understand sustainable farming. The Bocking 14 variety is still around, and farmers are exchanging it like a forbidden treasure. Because they know the truth, fertility is cultivated, not bought in sacks. The question now is, are you ready to seek it out and plant it? The secret that laws have tried to hide is this. This plant replaces all fertilizers forever. Why did the FDA ban it? If you want to know more secrets about what's being fought to keep hidden, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. There's still more to come.